What's up, guys? Recording right now, guys. Recording right now. Get some live gameplay here, guys. See where we can go. Olamer. Ola. Olamer. Ola. Olamer. Ola. Olamer. Ola. Olamer. Ola.
cannot be together.
This window was only a temporary obstacle, Lamp.
It's not that.
Then what is it?
The power is going out.
No, Lamp.
I am dying, Moth.
No, Lamp, you cannot leave me.
You have to let me go, Moth.
Do not give up on me, Lamp.
You have to let...
Lamp.
Do you want a balloon too, Georgie?
I'm not supposed to take stuff from strangers.
Oh, well, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. Now we aren't strangers, are we?
Paige, what are you holding? Love your mama? Make sure to like our videos. Your mama. Your mama's so skinny. She ate an M&M and looked 8 months pregnant. Hey, Red, congratulations. It ain't my kid. Come on, man, you gotta be more responsible. You can't just go around donating chocolate and not expect to make a few kids. I'm telling you, it ain't mine. Yo mama's so fat! When she sat on a rainbow, she made Skittles. Oh, God! No one wants to taste that rainbow! Oh! Yo mama's so stupid, she bought tickets to Xbox Live! Get it? Because she thought it was a concert. Yo mama's so ugly.
This is Dr. Gunther Zulauf. Did he solve Carmichael's totient conjecture? Yes. Yes.
Hold me close and don't let me go.
Are you ready, Miss Bean? Alright, let's go.
Welcome back, Camely. If you don't know who I am, my name is Cameron, and this is Landon, and this is our daughter, Colette. And today we're gonna kind of be telling you guys like our love story, I guess, and how we met and where we are today. Pretty much start to finish. Well, I guess not really finish because we're still together. So from start till now, our kind of love story. We met in middle school. I'm gonna kind of give like a history of like who we were before we met. So I was coming into middle school in November. I started in the middle of the year. I moved schools. I was just in a really weird place in my life. I had just like dated a lot of guys, like, you know, like in middle school, you're like, yeah, we're dating. Like it's not, you know, really a thing, but it's like you tell everyone you're dating, but you don't really like talk to them. So I had dated a lot of guys, and I just kind of got like a bad reputation for myself, and a lot of stuff happened and drama, and then I moved schools to kind of get a new start, and I kind of was like, I'm not dating anyone for a long time. What about you? Like before you met, what was your life like?
I was just the average, you know, middle school kid, going to school and playing Minecraft after school. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So I was new to the school, and you know when there's a new kid at the school, everyone's like, have you heard about the new kid? And so I didn't really know about Landon, but he knew about me, because like everyone was like, there's a new girl, right?
Yes.
So when did you first like hear about me and see me? Like tell me about that.
It was the same week you came. I knew about you and I saw you.
And what did you think? What was your first impression of me?
I was like, hey, a new girl. She's got a cute dress on. She looks kind of cute. That's about it.
So he thought I was cute.
I mean, I didn't like talk to you at that point or anything, so I didn't really like know you. But you seem very energetic and like trying to make friends.
Outgoing.
Yeah, you're like outgoing, talking to everyone.
Yeah, I was pretty much at the point where I was only going to be at that school for 6 months or a semester, and I knew that after school, so I was just kind of like, but since I was just kind of like, whatever, F it, I just was being myself and being very outgoing, and I feel like if I didn't have that mindset, me and Landon probably wouldn't have been where we are today. So I got in with this friend group, and one of the people in that friend group, kind of like the leader of that friend group, I would say. So that was Landon's best friend. So, and I was kind of starting to get pretty close with him too. And so we kind of met through that mutual friend. And he would like occasionally sit at that lunch table with us, but most of the time he would sit at a different lunch table.
I kind of had a crush on her, and Cameron had kind of pointed me out and was like, that guy's kind of cute. And my friend had told Cameron that I was gay, as like a joke, but he never mentioned that I actually wasn't.
Okay, so yeah, I saw him and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. And I was actually like driving home from school with my mom, and she's like, who's that guy who's walking home? I'm like, oh, that's Landon, like he's kind of cute. And I asked my friend about it, and I was like, so what's up with that guy? And he's like, oh yeah, he's gay. So I just kind of like was like, oh well. I guess he's gay. I really believed it. Yeah, we were in the courtyard about to where we get picked up by our parents, and the school year was coming close to an end. It was like the last month of school, and I just found out that I'd be moving to a different neighborhood, like a few miles away from my house. And so I was telling our friend about it.
Okay, baby, I'll see you tonight.
Oh, see you at 10?
Yes, 10.
Love you.
And like he's kind of cute, and I asked her, I really believed it, school, and I just found out that I'd be moving to a different neighborhood. That's literally where I live, and Landon lived like 2 blocks away, so we were all like super close to each other in the same neighborhood. And Landon was kind of like, school year's coming to an end, I have a crush on her, but nothing's probably ever gonna happen. But then he found out, yeah, now that he found out I was gonna be living in his neighborhood, he was like, oh, there's a chance. Because when you're younger and you don't have a car, it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, what she said, she's like, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So that was good news, kind of. And then after that, we were like, well, we should hang out. And we actually all drove home one day. And then we hung out.
I think it was the last day of school.
Yeah, I think it was the last day of school, because it was like really close to the end of the school year when we started talking. And then the next day, we were supposed to hang out again. Was that the day we went to the park?
I think so.
Yeah, we went to the park and we literally just had like the best conversation for like a good 3 hours. We literally just didn't stop talking. Like I was being myself around.
That's really, because Landon's really shy, so that's really rare. But that's like really the first time we've hung out, just us two, because it was always me and him and our friend. So we literally hung out like a week straight, like every single day. We were all hanging out, all 3 of us, and we were all kind of like, this is pretty cool, like, you know, our own little friend group, and we lived in the same neighborhood, and they would just skateboard, and I would just sit there and watch and hang out with them. And one day that guy couldn't hang out, and we just got into this really good conversation. And I really started to like get to know Landon, because he's really shy and awkward, and like, especially at the time, he was very to himself. So yeah, that was the really first time that I was kind of like, That was our first like date. So we lived like a few blocks from each other. All like super close to each other in the same neighborhood, and
we literally just didn't stop talking. Like I was being myself around.
That's really, because Landon's really shy, so that's really rare. But that's like really the first time we've hung out, just us two, because it was always me and him and our friend. So we literally hung out like a week straight, like every single day. We were all hanging out, all 3 of us, and we were all kind of like, this is pretty cool, like, you know, our own little friend group, and we lived in the same neighborhood. his skateboard, and I would just sit there and watch and hang out. We're all hanging out, all three of us, and his friend is like, you know, he has a crush on you. And I was like, what? I mean, I kind of knew, but I was like, you know, he's telling his friend about me. He must really like me. So yeah, I knew that he liked me, but I don't think you knew that I liked you. It's just me and him again. I think that's the second time we hung out by ourselves, and we went to his house, and he was being very awkward. And around his house, I've never been in his house before, like showing me pictures of his family. And then we watched Wolf Creek 2 on Netflix. It's like some stupid horror movie. But I literally couldn't even like focus on the movie the whole time because I was just so nervous and I had so many butterflies just like sitting next to him. And the movie like came to an end and he was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And I was like, no. Because I was leaving for camp, and I just kind of knew that I needed some time to like think about, you know, if I wanted to get into a relationship. Because like I said, I was just kind of like, I'm not going to date anyone for a while. I just need to focus on myself. So I went to camp for a few weeks, and the whole time it was all I could think about. I like hated being away from him. I texted him all the time.
We FaceTimed a lot before you went.
Yeah.
Like when you were at your, because she went to her grandmother's house in Tyler, Texas, and we lived in Frisco. So it was about 2 hours away, but she was gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But one of the weeks she was at camp. But when she wasn't at camp, we literally FaceTimed
every single night. The whole night until like 5 in the morning. And then my grandma would be like, why are you so tired all the time? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm going to bed at a reasonable time. I don't know why I'm so tired. But I was just talking to him the whole time. So during that time when I was at my grandma's and we were talking all the time, I really feel like I like got to know him a lot. And I really said earlier, I had like dated guys for like 3 weeks at a time, and it was just like stupid. And I just wanted to stop doing that, especially like going into high school soon. I wanted to like, you know, not have a boyfriend. So during that time, I really realized like this isn't just a little thing, and we're actually going to be together for a while. The day I got back, pretty much, I think it was the same day, we hung out all day. It was a really fun day. The boys were just kind of skating around. It was me and his friend again. He like got
nothing too romantic.
Nothing crazy. The sun was setting, so it was really pretty outside. But yeah, he like got off his skateboard and come hang out with me and like snuggled with me and put his arm around me. I remember we were both just like sitting on his skateboard on my front porch, and he just like looked at me and was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And he was so nervous, y'all. So yeah, he asked me out, and I said yes this time. And then we had our first kiss right after. Then he kissed me, and that was his first kiss ever. He's never had a girlfriend before. He's never even held hands with anyone. So
to this day,
I felt pretty special. I'm the only person to this day that he's ever done anything with. The next day, we had our first date. We went to the mall, and we went ice skating at the mall. We held hands the whole time, and I remember he was like really like blushing and like shy, and like whenever we held hands, he would like blush. And so, I don't know, he was like embarrassed that he didn't want to hold my hand, and I was like really sad. I was like, why doesn't he want to hold my hand? Yeah, that was our first like date. So we lived like a few blocks from each other. So literally every day he'd wake up and come over to my house and hang out with me, and we would go and skate around. We basically spent the whole summer like outside or at the pool or at the park. Landon's changing her diaper. But yeah, by the end of the summer, we pretty much were first of all really tanned for being outside all the time, and we kind of like knew that we really cared about each other. I'm not sure if we like loved each other, but we definitely really liked each other. And it was like both of our like first real relationship. It was his first relationship, period, but it was my like first meaningful relationship. And I remember the first day of high school. I was super nervous. We walked to school together and we had like no classes together and I was so sad about it. He walked me to my first period and was almost late for his first period, and that's pretty much how all of high school went. The whole time we were in high school together, he would walk me to class, every single class, and would almost be late to his classes because of it. So even if I was on like the other side of the school, he would come all the way there, walk me to my class, and then go all the way back. Like, he really, really cared about me. Freshman year was just great. We had a very good relationship. We were in a very good point. We were just so in love. We were just kids in love. And we hung out every single day. And we were just doing stuff all the time. We had our first homecoming, and that was super fun. That's until sophomore year. I feel like sophomore year we had some issues in our relationship. That was probably the most hard time for our relationship. Landon was like putting a lot of effort and, you know, always doing stuff for me, always doing favors for me. Just, he was whipped. That's all I can say. His friends didn't like it and they were like, you need to leave her. And that just caused a lot of drama. And I'm like, I don't like your friends. You can't hang out with them anymore. I was a really bad girlfriend, and I was very manipulative.
But like, she was my first girlfriend. So
yeah, he didn't know any better.
I was very blind.
Yeah, and his friends
I mean,
were
she
trying
still
to tell
is my
him.
first girlfriend, but
Yeah. His friends were trying to tell him and be like, look, leave her. Like, she's taking advantage of you. And honestly, he should have. There's so many times in our relationship where he should have broke up with me, but he didn't. But we're both glad that he didn't, because look where we are now. Just a lot of drama went down. A lot of arguments and a lot of breakups, but we never broke up for more than like an hour. We would always be like, okay, let's get back together, I miss you. So we'd always work it out. I must admit, I was a pretty bad girlfriend pretty much all throughout high school. This kind of continued up until junior year, and that's when things just kind of got worse. I have a whole story time about that, but basically, he left on vacation and I trashed his house. He came back from vacation, he realized what happened, and he forgave me, and I really started to change after that. I started to be a good girlfriend and more caring and less of the selfish person. Our relationship just got so much better. So yeah, after that whole ordeal,
she's pregnant, and then out of nowhere, they're like, we're living, because they went on vacation and bought a house. And then that's when our long distance relationship started, so it was like the very beginning of the junior year that she had left. And so pretty much the whole junior year up until the summer was long distance. I visited her once, and Christmas break.
you're skipping a lot.
But it's all that's not important.
Listen, that's like the most important, interesting part. Then we found out I was pregnant. I also have a story time about that, so if you want more details about when we found out, go watch that as well. All these links will be in the description, of course. Right after I found out I was pregnant, I found out that we were moving to Florida. So that was very stressful for me, especially being pregnant.
Hold me close and don't let me go.
Welcome back, Emily. Today I'm going to be telling you guys how I found out I was pregnant. And I know what you're probably thinking, Cameron, didn't you already make this video? And yes, I did. That's probably my least favorite video on my channel, and it's just so dreadful to watch. I think this is an important video to have, just kind of sharing like my backstory. So I decided to remake it, and hopefully this one will be a lot better than the last one. So this story starts in 2015. I met my boyfriend in middle school. I will be making a whole separate video about how we met and everything like that, but for now, yeah, we just met in middle school and we started dating the summer before 8th grade, and we had dated up until summer of last year, which would be summer of 2017. So yeah, we have been dating for about 2 years at that point, and our relationship was obviously pretty serious. And I mean, obviously, we were having sex. So since we were sexually active, I was on break for about 2 years at that point, and our relationship was obviously pretty serious. And I mean, obviously,
Yes, ma'am.
we were having sex. So since we were